Hey guys, just thought I would do an allotment tour actually. It's going to be a fairly brief one because I've shown a lot of it before, but yeah. So here it is. That's my quarter plot. It's really hot today, but we had the craziest amount of rain yesterday. It's the worst we've ever had it, and our ceiling was leaking, and the road outside, like I went out into the rain and it came up to like almost my knees in the street. It's crazy. I'll try and put a picture over actually, show you how deep it was. But yeah, anyway, so it's really good because obviously the plants needed it. So yeah, we've got a little pear tree. It's Burr Hardy. It has dropped, well, both the little pear tree and the apple tree have dropped a fair amount of fruits, but there's still like maybe 10 pears on there, maybe about the same for the apples, so hopefully we'll get some, because I think they were only planted in the autumn or winter, so it's their first year. The squash, the sad story of the squash, this is, I'm sort of putting all my hopes onto this Crown Prince squash here that seems to have survived. There's a couple of others, but they're really not doing much. Hopefully the rain will kind of, get them going. Runner beans, they've all been eaten. I've planted a few more in there directly, but might have to get used to the fact that I'm not going to have runner beans this year. See what I can do next year. I can always plant something else. So this is what I've been working on today, which is the melon patch. So I've been growing these in the greenhouse at home, keeping the snails away, and you can see most of them are doing really well, but actually there's one here that's really not, it wasn't looking this bad at all back at home, but I did notice that it was wilting slightly even when it was watered, and I really hope it's not, I think there's like a disease called verticillium wilt or something like that, which affects members of the cucurbit family, which includes melons and squash. I really hope it's not that, because but these two varieties here were called Mango Mel. They're an F1 variety and they're quite expensive the seeds are quite expensive. These two are called Minnesota Midget, which are an heirloom variety which you can supposedly save seeds from. And they do well outside in the UK. Well, I'm in the south, but they can be grown outside in the UK. But yeah, I've just put the black massing down to give them something to radiate the heat off of. Give them that bit of warmth they need, and I have given them a good water, so hopefully that one just needed a bit of water, and hopefully it bounces back, but we'll see. I've decided what I'm going to do, because I've got several trees in pots, as I've shown you. You can't really see the pots just about. And these were planted so they didn't go too crazy, because I didn't know if we were meant to have trees here or not. But what I might do over the next couple of years, I guess, is take these out, and then I might try to basically copy next door, which they've got espaliers growing. And I haven't done that before because, I mean, obviously I was bedbound, so I couldn't. I feel like now I'd be confident enough to give that a go. I'd probably still need help, like physically, but yeah. Green beans, not doing much. You can see they did sprout, but again, slugs and snails. Someone has mentioned slug pellets, organic slug pellets, but I just don't. I don't like the idea of killing them. I'm just a bit soft. Kew Gardens rose, still looking lovely. Strawberries, I didn't even forgot to even say that. So, yeah, got a whole punnet full, if it will focus, of strawberries. Again, I don't know why this camera doesn't seem to pick up the vibrant red. They kind of look orange on this camera, but they're quite vibrant. But yeah, really happy with that. That's a pretty decent punnet. And the strawberry patch is probably like 6 foot by 6 foot. Just turn around. Little wheelbarrow. So that's the strawberry patch. And it's quite wild. and I've been, me and my girlfriend put loads of hay down here, loads of straw underneath to try and stop the slugs, to raise the berries off the ground. That did work to some extent, but yeah, I've also been weeding this quite a lot and also starting to thin out the leaves because the heat or the sun just isn't getting through. So I think what I'm going to do next year or over the winter is put a paving slab in the middle there, because it's a blooming nightmare to try and get the strawberries that are in the middle. So I need a paving slab in the middle, and then I'm going to thin out some of the plants so we haven't got as many plants, because I know you're meant to kind of, after a few years they don't produce as much, so I'm just going to thin out some of the plants and then let the runners take over and produce new plants, and hopefully it'll work fairly well. So yeah, that's sort of roughly where I am, and like I've said in previous videos, I've got, yeah, still some Asian pears hanging on there. And some Worcester pearmain apples. One thing I'm really happy with, actually, the thing that has done well, are the tomatoes, because they've been here for maybe like a week, more than that, and they haven't been demolished. They have still been eaten. You can see that there's still slug damage, slugs and snails, but they're still, yeah, still there. And after the rains we had yesterday, I'm hoping they'll pick up really well. This area is just like basically a flat compost heap. I'm just chucking everything. They're all strawberries that got eaten, which is a shame. And if it was just me, I'd probably just like cut off the bits that got eaten and eat the rest, but I don't think my family would be too keen on that. You can see this discovery apple is doing really well. These are really decent sized little apples. And yeah, compost heap, at some point I need to sort that out, turn it over. I've been trying to think about how I can make something of that. But yeah, and then still got, this is the tree that's doing the best here. It's the Spartan Apple. Doing really well. The apples have got a bit of, I think that might be scab. I'm not too sure. I've never sort of seen it before, but overall they're looking really nice, and you can still eat them anyway, I think. And then yeah, last time I did this, actually I've been wood chipping around the path. So basically this was all completely overgrown, you could barely see it, which just meant all the strawberries were getting eaten by slugs and you couldn't really walk through here. So I've been getting wood chips and yeah, just wood chipping around the path. And then yeah, this is really next on the agenda, this area, which has gone a bit mental. I'm not sure what the plants are actually. I'm going to take some back to see if I can find out what they are. But yeah, these, you can see these figs actually now. These are going to come out because they're just not good varieties for this sort of climate, and they kind of need full sun. So yeah, that's about it really. I've still got quite a lot of strawberries that are almost there. Actually, I might pick a couple of those because I'm probably not going to be back tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, that's about it really. So I'll give you that tour. So yeah, it's coming along. Hopefully the tomatoes, the crown prince squash and the melons at least give me something that I can eat. Hopefully obviously fruit as well, but it's not looking promising for the squash or the runner beans. But yeah, what can you do? So that's about it really. Hope everyone's doing well. Lots of love and lots of peace, and I'll speak to you soon.